Hey guys, so welcome to ninth grade take 3. The first thing I'm going to share with you is kind of like a general thing that a lot of you have asked me about, which is like how do you keep track of what you're planning to do and stuff like that. So I went ahead and made lesson plans and I did these by year. So first we have third grade, then sixth grade, and then ninth grade, which we're going to be talking about right now. So the first thing that I have is this entrepreneurship elective, which is going to be using the Teen Entrepreneur Toolbox by Anthony O'Neill and also the Better Than Lemonade Stand book. I have these two coming. And then I don't know about the other materials, but they're all, let me just move something out of the way. They're all listed here. I do plan to share this at some point, but right now I'm trying to get ready for school. So that's the materials, and you can see the URLs are typed out so that it's easier to find. Then we also have case study resource options. I'm going to show you the plans in a minute. They have case studies to look at, and it was unclear where they're coming from. So these are the, what's it called? Like where to find them. And then this is the actual lesson plan that I built with ChatGPT and based on what my things I was looking for were, which is 36 weeks, twice a week. So you can see the basic setup is you're going to read something the first day, and then the second day you're going to be doing an activity. And again, I do hope to share this in the future. And then the next thing, these are the list of boomerangs, which we'll probably be doing. Well, possibly, because some of them are like, in my opinion, more like slingshots. And then the last thing, which I made recently, was the math plan, which involves doing the Saxon geometry with the algebra review. And so the basic structure is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll be doing the Saxon geometry lesson with the CD and everything written in the work. And then the Tuesdays, we will be doing Key to Algebra, which is the other thing that I don't have on hand right now. Like I was saying, so Tuesdays we have the Key to Algebra, which I have on the way, as well as Khan Academy Algebra 1 review. To reinforce it. And then Thursdays, there will be additional Khan Academy Algebra 1 review. This is based on our Iowa test scores and some skills that I want to make sure are mastered before moving on. But I didn't feel that it was necessary to completely review Algebra 1 because it was only certain things. So that is the point of that. And this entire plan is on my blog if you're interested. And then the next thing that we have, which is also on the blog, is the ninth grade English plan. And so this is the overview. You can see the first unit is short fiction and literary elements, and the major text or focus is flying lessons and sudden fiction. These are two short story books, which I'll be showing you in a second. Then we have novel study, which is The Outsiders, novel study of Mice and Men. Then we have a poetry anthology unit, and I'll show you what I have for that. And then a short unit, which overlaps with the poetry anthology, which is As You Like It. Then we have another novel study, The Catcher in the Rye. Then then a nonfiction unit, which will include the young adult version of Just Mercy, the 57 Bus, and March Book 1. And then we have the novel study, Flowers for Algernon. And I think, then we have one more, which is the last novel study of the year, which is The Giver. So this entire document is on the blog. So if you're interested in seeing more, go to ddchomeschool.com. And the purpose of doing that is so it's easier for you guys to access. Then the next thing that we have is I wanted to include grammar and writing for ninth grade English. So we're using IEW, which we already have, as well as vocabulary from classical roots and SAT Khan Academy prep. This isn't necessarily first priority for me. I'm more interested in the vocabulary and the grammar. So grammar was the other thing I didn't mention. Grammar, vocabulary, and writing. So I got Fix It Grammar, which I recently showed in an unboxing video. And then here is my writing plan. This is going to be using prompts from Brave Writer, and then there are like videos, and I think this is based on what's it called? they say, I say, I'm not sure. This I wrote with ChatGPT and I haven't looked through it completely yet, but it's using the different writing assignments that we have. Like you can see it has flying lessons. That's the name of one of the books. So we'll see how that goes. And then this is the week by week breakdown. And then the last thing, it wrote me like this poetry anthology, but it didn't work out. This is an example of a fail on ChatGPT. So I have another document that has more poems, like a poem a day when we're doing the poetry unit. And I also got a poetry anthology book, which I'll show you. So that's kind of how I'm planning to do it. Those are the lesson plans. Next, I'll show you the books that I got for English. So this is March book 1, and you can see it is a graphic novel. It is about the civil rights movement. John Lewis was one of the most well-known leaders of that, and I believe he also served in Congress or the Senate, something like that. Yeah, there it says Congressman John Lewis. So that is one of the books for that nonfiction unit, as well as Just Mercy. This is Michael B. Jordan, if you saw my other video. It's funny because I thought that he was a different person than, if you've ever seen Friday Night Lights, he's in that. And I was like, that was a long time ago. It must be a different person. Nope, it's him. He was just younger. And so this is a really great book, and I didn't know they had a young adult version. Also, ChatGPT suggested doing a mock trial when we cover this. So that's something that is on my mind that we might do. Next, we have the 57 bus. This is based on an incident that happened in Oakland, and I think it's about restorative justice and considering different point of views. So that is that. I have disability visibility. This is from a Brave Writer, I think Boomerang, so that is why we had it and how I plan to be using it. Then we have The Outsiders, Journey to the Center of the Earth, Giver, which, by the way, this is like a series of 4 books, and Lois Lowry is an amazing writer. If you haven't read this yourself, I highly recommend it, and I recommend to adults watching this to do the whole series. It's really good. A little bit weird, but good. Of Mice and Men by Steinbeck, and as you can see, like we've got a lot of like overlapping themes that will be covered. The Catcher in the Rye, classic. And this is sudden fiction. I think I've showed you the table of contents before, but I'll just try and do that again real quick. And these are short stories, which is high on my list of criteria. Then we've got flying lessons and other stories. This is more like, I guess I'd say more diverse authors than the other short story anthology. So that's all what's in there. And these are assigned as well. I think it's 2 separate units. Flowers for Algernon also deals with intellectual disability and is well written. And then we have Poetry 180. That is that. And then the next thing that we will be having is a Shakespeare unit, which will be As You Like It from Memoria Press. This is the book. I have to find the student guide. I don't know where that is, but this is the teacher guide. Then we have the vocabulary from Classical Roots, which we looked at in one of the unboxing videos recently. Then we have, this is the answer key and the test booklet, then Fix-It Grammar, which again we looked at in another video, so I won't get too in depth to that. You just have to look on their website to decide which level. Then we have the U.S. history-based writing lessons. This is IEW. It really helps with breaking down the structure and doing things a bit at a time. Then I guess moving on to history, we've got the ancient world. So I'm not exactly sure how we're breaking this up, but we will follow the, I don't even know if this is assigned this year from the CMEC or not, but I was looking for this and I couldn't find it. So I'll figure out how to assign that. And then I'll show you the other history. Let's move this out of the way. So the main spine that we'll be doing is Bookshark, and this is the parent guide. I have it for the history and English. The first book that they're doing is Before Columbus, and a history of us. And this is book 1. So this is the history spines, and there is a student guide which he'll be using. The parent guide has the answers to the questions in it. And then I got the language arts for that as well, so he'll be doing the readers for that and whatever writing assignments make sense. For example, doing the current events, that's actually from, I think, the history, so never mind. And then we are doing, I've talked about this before, the Modern Biology by Holt. This is from Memoria Press. They no longer do this. I think they have Novare. This is a secular textbook. And I have the materials because I've had 3 kids go through it, test, teacher manual, and then they printed the student workbook for me because they're no longer selling it. And I also got him the coloring book because it is assigned, it is from Princeton Review, and it's very strong. So that will be coming soon. They don't have it to show you, unfortunately. One of his electives will be Foundations in Personal Finance. This is from Ramsey Solutions. I've shown this before. And his other elective, which will be Entrepreneurship, I think is also from them, but a different author. So those will be the 2 electives he's doing, and we'll think about foreign language next year. And then the last thing that I have to show you is the geometry, which is from Saxon. This is the CD-ROM that has the lessons. This is the textbook. And it is a spiral and review curriculum, which is what I think we need. So the student has the textbook, then there is the test book and the solutions manual. And these, what I like about this is it's step by step and it explains everything, and that is exactly what I'm looking for. So I think that is everything that we have on deck for 9th grade Take 3. I hope you guys liked seeing what I have planned. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions. And like I said, I will be trying to put the things that I'm creating on the blog to share with you guys because I know it can be really hard to find secular high school homeschool materials. So I will do that when I can. And otherwise, I'm gearing up for starting next week. So I'll let you guys know how that goes, and thanks for watching.